Right now, as the sun rises over your city, millions are walking under its light, yet most are completely unaware that this very energy, so vital, can slowly drain your spirit, cloud your mind, and weaken your body. But today, I'm going to share with you one simple thing, just one, that can shield you from the sun's hidden harm, protect your energy, and transform the way you step into each day. If you listen closely, this moment could change your life forever. Are you ready to protect yourself? Have you ever stopped to truly feel the sun? Not just see it or feel its warmth on your skin, but really sense the energy it radiates. Every morning, when it rises, it floods the earth with light, with life, with an unstoppable force that fuels everything around us. It gives growth to plants, energy to animals, and vitality to our own bodies. But here's the thing, just like any powerful force, it carries a dual nature. The sun can uplift, but it can also overwhelm. Its energy, if not respected, can slowly creep into us and begin to drain us without us even realizing it. The warmth that feels comforting can sometimes hide tension, fatigue, or subtle imbalances in our body. The light that guides our days can, when ignored, disturb our inner peace. Most people walk under its glow completely unaware of its power to affect them in ways both seen and unseen, and that is exactly why awareness matters. When we step into the sun without understanding its influence, we are like unprotected vessels. The energy that flows through it interacts with our own energy fields, with our emotions, with our thoughts, and even with the patterns of our spirit. Some days you might feel unusually drained, restless, or even irritated, and you might not even question why. Yet that subtle discomfort, that unseen weight, could very well be the sun's energy interacting with your personal energy in ways that are overwhelming. And the more you ignore it, the more it compounds over time. This is not about fear, this is about understanding. When we understand the sun's hidden energy, we can consciously choose how to interact with it. We can turn something that could drain us into something that empowers us. This is the first step toward true protection. It is not about hiding from the sun, nor is it about avoiding life. It is about walking fully awake, fully aware, fully aligned with the forces around you, recognizing the sun's dual nature, the blessing it is, and the potential it carries to overwhelm, gives us a choice. And when you make that choice consciously, when you honor the energy, you begin to step into a different rhythm of life, one where you are no longer at the mercy of invisible forces. You begin to reclaim your power, your vitality, and your peace. And in that space, something miraculous happens. You realize that even a force as massive and unstoppable as the sun can work with you, not against you, if you only know how to honor it. Awareness, respect, and understanding are the first shields you build. Everything else, the rituals, the protections, the daily practices, they flow naturally from this awakening. But none of it begins without this first conscious recognition of the sun's power. Once we recognize the sun's dual nature, the question naturally arises, what do we do with this knowledge? Awareness alone is not enough. We must act. And here is the truth that most people overlook. Protection doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to take hours, and it doesn't require anything mystical or inaccessible. There is one simple daily practice, one single act that can create a protective barrier around your energy, shielding you from what drains you while amplifying what empowers you. This is not about fear of the sun, nor is it about hiding from life. It's about stepping into it fully, consciously, and with your energy intact. This daily ritual is simple, yet its power is profound. It begins with intention. Before you step outside, before your feet touch the ground beneath the sun's rays, take a moment to center yourself. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and acknowledge the energy that surrounds you. Feel it, sense it moving, vibrant and alive, both giving and taking. This act of mindfulness, this conscious acknowledgement, is the first layer of your shield. It tells the universe, and more importantly, your own spirit, that you are awake, that you are aware, and that you are choosing to walk through this day with protection. The next step is physical, something tangible you can do each morning. Create a small protective gesture, a movement or touch that becomes your anchor. Some people use the touch of their hands over the heart, feeling the warmth of life and imagining it extending outward like a bubble of light around them. Others use the movement of their arms, sweeping downward from head to toes, visualizing a shield of energy forming and settling over their body. The exact form is not as important as the consciousness behind it. What matters is that this act becomes a signal to your mind, your body, and your energy field that you are now protected. Every day, as consistent as the sunrise, this small ritual accumulates power. Over time, it becomes automatic, yet it never loses its potency because it is rooted in intention, in awareness, in the simple yet profound act of choosing protection. This ritual does something even more beautiful. It reconnects you with the natural rhythm of life. You are no longer a passive participant, drifting under forces that can drain or destabilize you. You are an active force, a conscious participant in the energy exchange that surrounds you. The sun remains powerful, vibrant, unstoppable, but now, instead of being at its mercy, you are aligned with it, shielded by it, energized by it. You walk in its light, and it no longer overwhelms you. It uplifts you. It empowers you. This daily act, this one simple ritual, is the key that transforms knowledge into protection, fear into confidence, and vulnerability into power. Once it becomes part of your life, you will step into each day differently, aware, strong, and untouchable by what would otherwise drain you. And this is where your true shield begins. Protection from the sun's energy is not just about the body. It is about the mind and the spirit, because the sun interacts with every layer of who we are. Most people think of the sun as simply warmth, light, or vitamin D, but in truth, the sun is a vast source of energy that can ripple through your emotions, influence your thoughts, and even sway the very balance of your inner world. When we walk under its light without awareness, it can subtly stir restlessness, heighten anxiety, or cloud our thinking. We may feel tension without cause, fatigue without reason, and frustration that seems to arise from nowhere. These are not coincidences. The energy of the sun can amplify what is already within us, both the positive and the negative. And this is why shielding your energy becomes so essential. Protection is not about avoiding life. It is about creating a space where clarity and alignment can flourish. When we add mental clarity to our daily protective practice, we begin to notice a profound shift. The simple act of intentionally shielding ourselves from harmful solar energy allows our thoughts to settle, like sediment in a jar of water slowly coming to rest. Anxiety, scattered thinking, and emotional turbulence begin to calm. Decisions, which once felt heavy or confusing, suddenly become clear. It is as if a fog has lifted, revealing the path we were meant to walk, the choices we were meant to make. And this clarity is not just intellectual, it is spiritual. When your mind is aligned, your spirit is free to operate at its highest potential, unburdened by invisible forces that previously distracted or depleted you. The sun can be a mirror of our inner world. Its energy interacts with our own, reflecting patterns we might not even be aware of. If we are chaotic, it can feel overwhelming. If we are aligned, it becomes a source of vitality. The protective practice we spoke of earlier acts as a harmonizer, balancing this interaction so that the sun's energy amplifies our strengths rather than exposing our vulnerabilities. Imagine stepping outside and feeling the warmth of the sun on your skin, not as a weight or intrusion, but as a gentle push that strengthens your focus, fuels your determination, and elevates your mood. The difference is not subtle, it is transformative. This protection also strengthens emotional resilience. Emotions are energy in motion, and unshielded, they can be scattered or hijacked by external influences. When your energy field is intact, your emotional state becomes more stable, more coherent. You no longer react impulsively to minor irritations, nor are you drained by the invisible pressures of the day. Instead, you can respond with intention, with balance, and with wisdom. Your emotions serve you, they guide you rather than exhaust you, and here is the most beautiful part. when your mind and spirit are clear, when your emotional energy is stable, the connection to your higher self, or whatever you choose to call the core of your being, becomes undeniable. This is where alignment takes place. You begin to notice synchronicities, opportunities, and insights that were previously hidden by mental clutter. You find yourself moving through the day with a sense of flow and understanding that your steps are guided, that your actions carry intention, and that your life is being lived with purpose rather than by default. The sun, once a source of subtle depletion, transforms into a partner in your growth. Its energy, when respected and consciously navigated, becomes a tool for mental clarity, emotional balance, and spiritual alignment. This is the hidden power that most overlook, the power that comes when protection meets awareness, when intention meets practice, and when consciousness meets energy. And this is the space where true transformation begins. We often think of protection as something purely spiritual or mental, but the truth is that our bodies are deeply affected by the energy of the sun as well. The sun is life-giving, yes, but its energy is intense, and without conscious shielding, it can subtly drain our physical vitality. Have you ever noticed days when, after being out in the sun, you feel inexplicably tired, your energy low, or your body heavy, even if you've eaten well and rested the night before? That is the sun's energy interacting with your body, quietly affecting your physical state in ways most people ignore. And this is exactly why a daily practice of protection is not just a ritual. It is a tool to preserve your life force, to maintain your physical power, and allow you to move through your day fully alive rather than partially depleted. When we incorporate a simple act of shielding, as we discussed earlier, it starts to create a barrier that stabilizes our energy, preventing unnecessary loss. Our bodies have an energetic system, subtle yet profoundly powerful, and when left exposed, the solar energy can amplify fatigue, headaches, or restlessness. Over time, this unnoticed drain accumulates, leaving us vulnerable to illness, stress, and low vitality. But when you protect your energy consistently, the difference is remarkable. You wake up feeling more grounded. You walk through your day with stamina, focus, and a sense of ease that was previously impossible. Even mundane tasks, which once felt exhausting, become manageable and filled with flow. The physical benefits of this protection are deeply intertwined with mental clarity and emotional balance. Your body is the vessel through which your mind and spirit operate, and if the vessel is compromised, everything else suffers. When your physical energy is stable and preserved, you are less reactive, more resilient, and more capable of maintaining emotional equilibrium. You feel lighter, stronger, and capable of facing challenges without being easily drained. You may even notice your posture, breathing, and movement feel more natural, more energized, more attuned to life itself. This is not about creating fear of the sun or hiding from its rays. It is about interacting with it intelligently, consciously, and with intention. The same energy that can overwhelm also has the power to revitalize. Imagine stepping outside and feeling the sun's warmth as fuel instead of a drain. Every ray of light becomes a spark of energy. Every moment in its presence, an opportunity to recharge your body and spirit simultaneously. And this is the magic of conscious protection. It transforms exposure into nourishment. Consistent practice amplifies these benefits. When protection becomes habitual, your body starts to retain energy more effectively. You stop wasting vitality on invisible drains, and instead, you channel it toward what truly matters, your purpose, your growth, your daily life. You become someone who walks in the sun, not as a passive recipient, but as a master of your own energy, fully aware and fully aligned with the forces around you. Over time, you notice subtle changes. Your endurance improves, your recovery is faster, and your body feels lighter, more responsive, more alive. This is why physical protection is not secondary. It is foundational. Without it, the mind and spirit can only go so far. When your body is preserved, your vitality intact, the mind sharp, and the spirit aligned, you become unstoppable. You carry an energy that radiates not only outward, but inward, strengthening every aspect of your life. And this is the power that begins to take root when you protect your body, your vitality, and your energy every single day. Once we have learned to protect ourselves from the sun's energy, something incredible begins to happen. Our intentions start to gain power. The sun, when respected and consciously engaged with, can amplify not only our physical vitality and mental clarity, but also the very essence of what we aim to create in our lives. Most people live their days passively, unaware that every action, every thought, and every moment is influenced by the flow of energy around them. But when you step into the sun with awareness and protection, you are no longer passive. You become a magnet, a channel through which your intentions move more freely, more purposefully, more powerfully. This amplification begins subtly. You may notice that decisions you once struggled with now feel obvious. Ideas you had tucked away as dreams suddenly become actionable. Goals that seemed distant or unattainable start to feel within reach. This is not coincidence. This is the energy of the sun aligning with your energy, reinforcing the vibration of your purpose. When your energy is shielded and intact, your intentions no longer scatter, they consolidate. Your focus sharpens, your will strengthens, and your ability to manifest what you desire grows exponentially. Think about it for a moment. The sun touches every part of the world, yet only those who move consciously with its energy can truly benefit from its amplifying power. Without protection, your intentions are diluted. Your energy is drained, your clarity scattered, and the potential within you remains unfulfilled. But with a simple daily act of shielding, you create the conditions for your life's purpose to flourish. Every step you take under the sun is now infused with intention, guided by focus, and empowered by your own energy field. You begin to notice synchronicities, doors opening, opportunities presenting themselves, subtle confirmations that your alignment is working, that your path is unfolding as it should. This is the deeper magic of protection. It doesn't just preserve your energy, it multiplies it. When your vitality is intact, your mind clear, and your spirit aligned, you are able to put your full self into every goal, every dream, every intention. You stop wasting energy on distractions, negativity, or external interference. Instead, every ounce of effort flows directly toward what matters. Your life becomes a mirror of your inner alignment, and your intentions, once fragile and uncertain, now carry weight, substance, and force. Moreover, this alignment creates a ripple effect. Your amplified intentions don't just affect your own life, they influence the energy of those around you. When you are centered, protected, and intentional, your presence becomes a source of clarity and inspiration. Others feel it, even subconsciously. The energy you project now carries direction, purpose, and strength. You begin to realize that protection is not just about shielding yourself. It is about creating a field where growth, purpose, and manifestation can occur for yourself and those in your orbit. The most profound shift, however, comes from recognizing that this power is always within you. Protection from the sun, this simple daily act, is not a crutch, it is a key. It unlocks your ability to walk confidently through life with awareness, to plant your intentions firmly, and to see them take root in ways that once seemed impossible. The sun, once a neutral or even overwhelming force, becomes an ally, amplifying the clarity, energy, and focus that you bring to every choice, every action, every dream. And this is where the real transformation begins. When protection meets intention, life itself responds, and the purpose you carry becomes unstoppable. Consistency is the bridge between awareness and transformation. It is not enough to understand the sun's power, to perform a ritual once, or to feel protection in a single moment. True change comes when this simple act becomes a daily commitment, when it becomes woven into the very fabric of your life. Every day, without exception, you have the opportunity to reinforce your shield, to anchor your energy, and to walk through the world consciously, fully aware of the forces around you. It is this repetition, this unwavering consistency, that turns a simple protective practice into a powerful spiritual armor. When we are consistent, the benefits compound. One day of protection may help you feel stronger, clearer, more centered. But after weeks, months, and years of consistent practice, something extraordinary happens. your energy becomes resilient. The subtle drains that once left you exhausted no longer have the same effect. Your mind becomes sharper, your spirit more stable, and your intentions more potent. Protection is no longer something you have to remind yourself to do. It becomes a natural extension of who you are. It becomes instinctive, yet it never loses its potency because it is rooted in conscious choice, in daily awareness, and in the refusal to allow external forces to dictate your energy. Consistency also trains the soul. Life is unpredictable and the energy that surrounds us is ever-changing. Storms arise, challenges appear, and yet, when you are consistent in your practice, you carry a center that is unshakable. You walk through chaos with a quiet power that others cannot see but cannot ignore. Every day you perform this simple act, you send a signal to the universe, and more importantly, to yourself, that you are committed to your well-being, your purpose, and your alignment. You're saying, I will not be drained, I will not be scattered, I will walk through life with intention and awareness. And in that commitment, transformation is inevitable. Another remarkable effect of consistency is that it strengthens your intuition. When your energy is protected daily, your inner guidance becomes sharper. You start noticing signs, listening to whispers of insight that you previously overlooked. Opportunities that once seemed invisible now become clear. Decisions that once felt overwhelming now arrive with certainty. Protection becomes not just a shield, but a lens through which you see life with clarity and confidence. Your actions become deliberate, your steps aligned, and your journey more harmonious. And perhaps the most profound realization is this: consistency turns protection into power. A shield is valuable, but a shield wielded daily becomes a force that radiates outward. You no longer simply defend yourself against the subtle drains of the sun's energy. You walk boldly into life, empowered, resilient, and unstoppable. The energy you protect and cultivate grows stronger, influencing not only your life, but the lives of those around you. You become a source of stability, inspiration, and vitality, a living example of what it means to move through the world consciously, fully aware, fully aligned. This is why consistency is not optional. It is the difference between fleeting awareness and lasting transformation. Every day you commit to this simple act. You reinforce your shield, amplify your energy, and solidify your alignment. It is the daily practice, repeated without fail, that turns protection into an unshakable power that cannot be taken, diluted, or ignored. And this is where your journey reaches its full potential. When daily protection becomes your way of life, your energy becomes your armor, and you step into each day fully alive, fully aware, and fully unstoppable.